Good morning, everyone. Ladies, let's talk about something today. Let's talk about what choosing better should mean versus what men want you to think it means. First, we're gonna talk about what men and some women want you to think it means. They want you to think it means choosing a man or choosing the right man, which you don't know which man is the right man. All you can do is go by red flags and all of that. And sometimes we be so caught up, we'll skip those red flags. We'll look over them just to, have a man. That's the wrong thing to do. We should always look at those red flags. And these red flags that we ignore eventually turn into, or could turn into, burning flags. And when it does, guess what they say? Guess what the men say? You should have chose better. This is what they say. And this is what some women say too. They go right along with it. And they tell you, you should have chose better. They ignore the facts that some men out there are very manipulative and very deceitful. And a lot of times they be on their good behavior. Of course they're going to stay on their good behavior when they try to get you. It's after they get what they want that they change on you and mess up. Despite that, they ignore all that. Everything you do is on you, to them. If you choose wrong and get manipulated, it's on you, not on them. So since you already going to get blamed for it either way, how about you choose yourself instead of choosing them? Ooh, Jay, you said a bad word. This is selfish. I dare you not put a man in the center of your life. It's just unbiblical. It's unbiblical what they do. But they still do it, don't they? Do you think God intended for them to just run around and create broken homes and get random women in the neighborhood pregnant and not marry them? I mean, it said in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill. And last time I checked, they killing us every 5.5 hours. It's actually more now. If you want to know the truth, choosing yourself is a threat to them. Because they want you to put them in the center of your world. They feel like they're winning by doing it. Why are you thinking they bash Vivica A. Fox so much? They bash her because when she was younger, she chose herself over them. Yeah, she had this fling with 50 Cent. And yeah, she was married to one dude, but after that, she focused on her career and chose herself. They age bashing her, age shaming her because they're really angry with her because she didn't choose them over herself. She chose herself first. They're angry with her about that, and they're angry about what she said, something negative she said about their dead godfather, Kevin Samuels. And I dare her say anything about him, but he can go around bashing black women as much as he felt like he could do that. But that was okay. But that's not a part of what I'm talking about, so I'm going to get back on what I'm talking about. When you choose yourself and love yourself, there are certain things that you won't deal with. That's why it's important to choose yourself first before you ever thinking about a man. Because one thing I can guarantee you about these men, they're going to always choose in their best interest. They're not going to think about what the next woman like. They going to choose what benefits them first. But they'll sit up and tell you that you evil for loving yourself and choosing yourself first over them. And then you have mammies who will go along with them and say exactly what they say. You can't let that affect you. You gotta live for you and choose what's best for you. Period. Now, will it be easy? No, because society is against that. Society wants you to choose the man first. Look for a man first. Put what you want on hold. That's what they want. That's what society wants. AKA the men. That's what they want. So it's going to be hard. Because they're going to try to brainwash you and make you feel like you the evil one. Meanwhile, they choosing themselves over women all the time, while making you feel like it's a sin for you to be alone. Nowhere about where it says you have to be in a toxic relationship or a toxic marriage. Nothing is wrong with being alone. Jesus Christ wasn't in no relationship. I know they lie and say he was with Mary Magdalene, but it ain't in the Bible, right? Okay, Paul was another one. He was alone. He didn't never get married. Nothing says that you can't be alone. It's society that try to put that in your head that, oh, you weren't meant to be alone. You supposed to be with a man. It don't make no difference whether he good or bad. Don't make no difference if he cheating on you and beating on you. Look, listen what that man said. That man on TikTok said you just gonna have to start selling for damaged goods, for damaged men. Meanwhile, they don't do that. Talk down to women who have dated several men and talking about they have a high body count. Meanwhile, they have a higher body count. But they don't tell you that though. They tell you it's different because they are men. And physically wise, yeah, it is different. But it's also the same too. They could get wore out too by sleeping with multiple women. They can get to the point to where they can't get it up no more and have to take Viagra. What is that? That's worn out. Don't you think? Another thing they do is they try to shame you and scare you about being alone. Look, it's like this. Even if you get married or get in a relationship, when you die, you can't take your husband with you. When you came into this world, unless you was a twin, when you came into this world, you came into this world alone. Regardless of who with you when you die, you still down alone. You the one going over to the other side. They're not. Don't let them trick you. Don't let them play them type of mind games on you. That's something that they use to scare you into being in relationships that don't, and marriages that don't make you happy, that make you unhappy. And then when you're unhappy, you still get blamed for it. So at this point, what do you really have to lose? You dang if you do, dang if you don't. It's time to use their own words against them. Choosing better is choosing yourself. Now, don't leave Jesus out of it. Of course you're gonna choose him, but we talking about physical, because Jesus is in heaven. We talking about down here on earth. Choose yourself. That's what choosing better really means, or what it should mean, not their version of what choosing better means. Because get what? If you choose yourself, you gonna automatically choose what's best for you. If you decide to go out there and date, you're not gonna ignore no red flags. You're gonna acknowledge every red flag. And you're going to use those red flags to decide whether or not you really need to be with that person, whether or not that's beneficial for you. If you choose you, you're not going to worry about what society wants. You're going to choose based on what makes you happy. They told you that you should choose better. And I'm telling you, it's time to choose yourself. That's the best choice you could ever make. Ladies, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.